Hello everyone and welcome back to Command & Conquer, and wow, we jump all the way from Chad to Mauritania. What a jump. And Mauritania's expandability is 50%.
Before you can truly shape the future, you must first possess the past. Assimilate our history, for it is your own. Kane wants you to view this.
Accessing Brotherhood archives. The Brotherhood desires a world of peace, unity, and eternal brotherhood. The Brotherhood springs from the lowest of places, offering unity and peace to otherwise neglected and abused nations. Tiberium heralds the dawn of a new age. The Brotherhood embraces this age, harvesting Tiberium to further expand our collective beliefs. Tiberium continues to confound the scientific community, soaking up ground minerals and soil nutrients like a sponge. The end result of this unique leaching process creates the formation of Tiberium crystals, rich in precious metals and available for collection with a minimum of mining expense.
I have good news. While I was at a top-level briefing with Kane, I made mention of your accomplishments and efforts. He's somewhat impressed, and is interested to see how you handle your next assignment. Kane needs Niger, and his personal commander is massing an assault through Algeria. We need to be assured that GDI's A-10 Warthogs flying out of Lagos do not hinder his progress. Your goal is to set up surface-to-air missile batteries and destroy the GDI airbase. You have caught Kane's eye, and he is watching. Do not fail me.
Okay, here we go. So we're going to prepare not for an attack on Niger, I'm sorry. And we are now going to have to face GDI airstrikes. And from now on we have to face GDI airstrikes in all missions except for missions where we don't build a base and only construct, or don't build a base and not construct stuff. And these GDI airstrikes are the same ones we had in the GDI campaign, with the difference that we always had to destroy all SAM sites and then we would get airstrikes, whereas as Nod, GDI automatically always has airstrikes, no matter whether you build SAMs or not. And the problem is that it's pretty difficult to destroy these planes, even if you have something like, let's say, 5 or 6 SAM sites, and GDI is sending in more than one plane, which they will do later. It's really difficult to shoot down even 2 or 3 planes, or even a single one. And yeah, it can be pretty devastating, but what I'm going to do is, I'm going to build a SAM site anyway. There's a reason for that, because the AI is not very good at aiming, and it will always attack, wow, there's GI soldiers on the Tiberium field. GDI will always attack the northernmost structure, and if there are several northernmost structures, actually let's do it slightly differently. It will always attack the one that's furthest to the east. So in other words, we'll start in this corner and then move its AI brain across the map until it finds a target. So yeah, keep that in mind. And what you can do is you can build a turret or a SAM site as your northernmost and westernmost building. And if you do that, GDI will always target that building. And the good thing is that the SAM site here, it's too strong to be destroyed in one airstrike, so you can just pretty much ignore that it's attacked and just repair it from time to time. And the gun turret is also too small to be effectively hit. It will be hit, it will take some damage, but even if GDI has a whole bunch of planes, it will almost be impossible for them to actually destroy your gun turrets. So yeah, keep that in mind. What you can also do early in the mission, when you don't have any possibilities to construct anything, just take a pawn. As you can see, they did target the SAM site here. You can also just basically create a pawn, just build one minigunner and have that minigunner stand there, and it will be targeted by the airstrike, and you will just lose $100 for that minigunner. So that's another possibility to like have GI not attack your refinery or this whole bunch of units here, which would pretty much destroy all of them, cost me something like 1,000 credits or so. And I can build light tanks, yeah, unlike the first GI mission where you had your arms factory, where you could only build Humvees, and I had to build about 1 million of them to have any... Whoa, let's move these units out of the way of the airstrikes, where you only had the possibility to build Humvees. You can actually build the useful stuff here. And I think GDI is going to have medium tanks. I mean, otherwise this mission would be way too easy. I could probably just steamroll them. And they were probably also going to have a ridiculous amount of engineers. There's more Tiberium here, which is always useful, and GDI is harvesting it. Those bastards. But I've got 2 harvesters, so also have pretty decent income. And my instincts tell me there's more Tiberium here. Yeah, nailed it. Fortunately, I can't build gun turrets yet. So yeah, gun turrets are pretty useful. They are relatively cheap, they're very good against vehicles, and they're also difficult to hit. They're pretty small, so it's difficult for an airstrike to hit them, and same goes for artillery. Ooh. Yeah, luckily I've got enough light tanks to deal with this medium tank here. Yeah, 2 light tanks can kill a medium tank. But in 1-to-1 battle, obviously, the medium tank is going to win. So, move out of the way to avoid more strikes. Let's just spam light tanks like there's no tomorrow.
Construction complete. Reinforcements have arrived.
You go over here and kill those guys. Wow, I can barely spend my move. Yeah, there's GI base. And my cycle's dead, but that's okay.
Construction complete. Building.
Yeah, these Grenadiers are kind of GDI equivalent of the rocket guys. GDI does have rocket guys, but they don't tend to spam rocket guys, just as not tends to spam rocket guys. And I can barely keep up with building those tanks. But production will slow down. Whoa, you're not going to move up this cliff and attack my base from there on. Yeah, I saw that. I saw it. You please die. Thank you very much. Let's get my radar going. Finally, my financial reserves are decreasing. Not that I want that to happen, but I don't want to collect money faster than I can spend it, because then I'm just going to lose it, and I don't want that to happen. So you move over here, and you come here. So I already have pretty decent tank force. Yeah, light tanks are a little bit cheaper than medium tanks, but unfortunately they are... No, it's not really worth it. I mean, they are 25% cheaper, but they're maybe half as strong, so it doesn't really pay off. So I think I'm going to buy a couple of Nod buggies against infantry. They are pretty weak. Oh, Humvee. But at the same time, they are better against infantry than light tanks. So let's get a couple of them. Maybe like 5 or 6.
Construction complete. Reinforcements have arrived.
So I think I can attack the GDI base soon.
Construction complete. Reinforcements have arrived.
Let's just take my cycle and fly around here and see whether there's like a back entrance or anything. More Tiberium? A lot more Tiberium. That's good. Just in case my attack fails, which it might. So... Ooh, GDI reinforcements, you sneaky little bastards. Probably... Oh yeah, they don't want you to... Yeah, no chance. They don't want you to just drive up that cliff, and... Yeah, and that won't attack my harvester because it was the northernmost... Well, not building, but unit, obviously. So where are those... Where's that infantry? So, there they are. That's a lot of grenadiers. And luckily they explode violently. And I barely lost anything. So is anything on this peninsula? That's not really a peninsula, it's just 2 lakes. Not really. So yeah, I could move up there with my tanks and attack this factory here, but I'm not really keen on having you join this force of buggies. I'm not really keen on having like all those tanks bombed. So yeah, let's park my tanks here to kill that Nod GDI harvester, and also have maybe lure all their units off their base, because that's what should happen when I destroy their harvester, which is going to happen now. Ooh, medium tank, but I think yeah, like 7 Nod buggies can actually take on medium tank, or can they? So let me cross the bridge, please. Let's just drive through here. Yeah, everybody got squished. Excellent. So everybody gather here. It's going reasonably well so far. I have pretty decent tank force. Yeah, this goes so much faster than the first GDI mission where you had an arms factory. So here we go. Yeah, these guardhouses are pretty devastating against infantry, but don't really do well against tanks. Spamming infantry. But no more. Here we go. So let's continue destroying stuff. Yep, it's not too bad. Yeah, airstrike doesn't really matter, but as you can see, if it hits a group of units, it is pretty effective, and will be way more effective later on when GDI gets something like they really managed to build that barracks last minute. When the GDI gets something like 4 planes or so, then they can actually almost destroy every building, if not really every building. Let's destroy these silos here. So, here we go. Let's just quickly save here. And then let's end this. There we go. Yeah, SAM sites that can efficiency. Whoa, not percent. How comes? Yeah, SAM sites that can destroy planes with 1 hit don't exist in this game. But as I already said, cutscenes in this game are so much more often than the actual game. But the game is still a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. Okay, that was Nod Mission 5. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Take care and goodbye.